to help you in the build-up to Christmas. A little later on, we're going to be bringing you the OTB AM Guide to Tech Gift with Jess Kelly is in right now. Jess, how are you?
Very well.
We also have a €120 Hugo Boss wallet up for grabs for today as our competition prize. To enter the draw, we're asking you to send us a photo of your favourite tech discovery of 2019 with the hashtag OTBAM. You don't have to send a photo if you don't want to. You can just tell us what it is. It could be anything from a new fitness tracker to playing OTB Sports Radio on your smart speaker. You can get in touch with us just using the hashtag OTBAM. So, Jess.
Yes.
It's like last minute, right? 18th of December. Owen hasn't bought any Christmas presents.
Got it all done yesterday, actually.
Oh, did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure I'm, like there's, myself and Nathan got kitted out the other day, basically, but we can, I can tell you at the end of the show.
Yeah, okay. So, some other time.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, right. You could have just made up a lie.
I just rush of blood to the head is what you call that. No, I haven't got any Christmas shopping done, Jess.
Well
what have you got today?
Well done. Anyway, let's just move on quickly. So yeah, it is kind of last minute, but the thing is that tech has become the gift that everyone is giving now. It used to be a thing where it was super expensive, it was hard to find stuff for nothing, but I've done my homework and we have stuff for under 50 quid right up to around €350.
Owen bought your dad, what did you buy him? A smartwatch?
Fitbit Versa.
Fitbit.
Oh,
That's
very
it.
good.
Jess Kelly's suggestion. He loved it, in fairness.
Oh, that's good.
And he's
For the first 3 months that it worked.
Well, no, in fairness, he got
What happened?
no, it's just the strap broken out actually to get one of those.
Did that happen to Nathan? Nathan Murphy had a Fitbit as well. That was actually a Jess Kelly give to Nathan Murphy.
Oh, right.
And he broke it within a few months as well. We got him a different one.
How come Nathan gets the free stuff?
Because he comes up and has the balls to ask, whereas the rest of you don't.
That's fair point.
Ask and you get.
Jess, you've just made your life miserable for...
The rest of you guys. I was going to move to a different desk.
This Christmas, I'm looking for a Huawei Watch GT2 42mm by any chance.
You can have it right now. This is actually class. If you are looking for a wearable and you don't want to go down the route of the Fitbit or the Garmin, which are sort of the biggest brands in terms of fitness tech, this is a smartwatch by Huawei. Some people don't really like Huawei because of the whole, Chinese company thing, which is fair enough to a certain extent, but this is by far the best wearable that I've tried this year. So it's €229 and it pairs to anything. So if you have an iPhone, which I now have since yesterday, or you have an Android phone, it'll pair. It'll do all the bits and pieces from a fitness point of view, but the battery lasts for 4 days, which is pretty unheard of in terms of, the Apple Watch or the Samsung Watch. So I like it a lot.
How do you charge it?
Oh, it's really annoying. So it has another different charger. There's a little disc that sits on, it clips in, and then you have to plug it into a USB-C.
Right.
Which is a pain in the face. I'm waiting for the day where you can just plug it in with the same charger as your phone. That's my biggest bugbear with wearables, is that they all have different chargers. It's a total pain.
Mostly everything's a USB-C now, though, right? As in the separate charger, you can't just plug it into the wall.
Well, no, so you can plug it into the wall, but it's the connection, the USB-C has to go into this little disc that the watch then sits on, so there's kind of an adapter bit that's really annoying.
Yeah, okay.
Why is it so good other than the battery life?
Well, battery life is the biggest thing, but in terms of compatibility with a phone, for €229, you're getting something that acts the same as an Apple Watch, which is 400 or 500 quid.
Okay.
So I can get all my text messages, I can reply to messages, you can get your social notifications, all the fitness bits are there, as I say, and it's the battery is the biggest thing for me, because I had the Samsung one that I loved because I was using a Samsung phone, but the battery was dying after a day and a bit, and you just don't want to be charging something that often. If you have to do your phone, it's a complete spoiled brat problem.
It has all the sleep trackers and all that stuff too?
It does. Now, I don't like using sleep trackers because I get really competitive with myself and then I don't sleep because I'm trying to get my sleep score so good. So I don't like that aspect of it.
Yes, that's like counterproductive.
Yeah. But I'm not the only one. I've spoken to other people in this office as well who don't like the sleep score thing.
I have an Oura ring, and what I like about it is I wake up and I'm complaining to myself about how I haven't slept very well, and then I check and I'm like, oh, actually I slept all right.
But is it actually accurate?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
I think so. Is it?
You see, we did this experiment a few months ago where we tried out, there's a sensor that you can put under your bed, there's this, and then there's a tracker on your phone.
Yeah.
So we did all three, and they were all giving different readings.
Surely the tracker on your phone makes no sense.
Oh, it makes no sense. It's about how you breathe and the sound and that sort of stuff. But then this, not this one, but the wearable that I wore on my wrist was giving different readings to the sensor in the bed.
Right.
But surely they're tracking the same things in terms of movement, heart rate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't believe it. It just stresses me out.
Okay, fair enough. Why did you change to an iPhone?
Just out of curiosity. So for the last few months, I've primarily been using, or a few years now, I've been using Android phones. So I use the P30 Pro, which is probably the best phone of the year, which is a Huawei phone. I use the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, which I had a bit of trouble with, and then I moved to the Samsung Galaxy S10. And then got the iPhone 11 yesterday because I was due an upgrade, and I was like, why not?
Yeah.
I like it so far. Do you know what the hardest part was in terms of setup, moving from Android to iPhone, was moving WhatsApp. Even though it's a cloud-based platform, they just don't talk to each other, so I lost all my WhatsApp history.
Right.
It's a pain.
But it's on your old phone, right?
It's on the old phone, so if I move the number across, but it's just if I wanted to get like a number or something like that someone sent to me now, it's a pain.
Okay, let's start with the cheap ones. So 50 quid and under.
Yeah, so this is actually 20 quid at the moment. It's a Jam hang-up Bluetooth speaker. It's only available from Harvey Norman. And the reason I like this is it's kind of the size of a hockey puck, but the sound quality from it is pretty unreal. The speaker's on both sides of what you're seeing there now, so it fills the room. Again, it pairs to anything that has Bluetooth, so whether it is an Android phone, an iPhone, or a tablet, and it's pretty class. As I said, this is the newer version of what I've been recommending for the last few years, and for 20 quid you can't really go wrong.
Okay, so good sound out of that. It's called the Jam hang-up Bluetooth speaker. Next is TileMate.
Yeah, so if you have someone and you want to give them a bit of a passive-aggressive gift, this is the dream. So I live with somebody who loses his keys the entire time, and every morning the apartment gets pulled apart trying to find them. This clips onto your keys, pairs to your phone via Bluetooth, and when you lose them, you can then call your keys. So not only will it give you the precise GPS location, so if you're at home and you left your keys here, you'll be able to see they're in Diggs Lane, or if they're under the couch, you can call them and you can find them straight away.
Yeah, so you can also get stickers, which work very well. I have a Tile. After a couple of years, the battery runs out and you just get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, they work. 25 quid?
Yes.
Available everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay, so under 150 quid?
Under 150 quid. This is an interesting price bracket because people would think that you have to spend big money to get things like a printer, headphones and so on. That's not the case. So these are wireless headphones. These are called the Eoin Mini Ring Pros, and they are €70 from eatechdirect.com. And they're kind of like the Apple AirPods and the Samsung Galaxy Buds in that they're Bluetooth headphones that sit in your ear. They're charged in like a little coffin-shaped thing that you can see there on the screen. And again, they pair to any device for €70. The sound quality is really, really good. So if you don't want to spend €229 on Apple AirPods, they are the way to go.
You have multiple pairs of the Samsungs.
I do.
Yeah, why did that happen? Just in case anybody's unfamiliar with the story, Jess.
So thanks, Ger. I was in Stephen's Green Shopping Centre on the day the National Broadband Plan was progressing, which was a big day. Usually my phone is on silent, but I had it on loud in case I was needed. And I was opening my Samsung headphones and my phone rang, and I'm not used to my phone ringing. So I got a fright and I jumped, and one of the headphones dropped out on top of one of the shops in Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. And me being me, didn't want to go and tell anyone about it, but I put it on Twitter and then went out and bought a new pair of the headphones. And then the next day, Stephen's Green Shopping Centre sent a guy up, got my headphones, and now I have two pairs.
You know the way on the top floor,
of Tiger.
You can look down, you can see.
It wasn't my finest moment, but sure, listen, you live and learn.
And you obviously like them then, because
they are incredible. They are the best
really?
ones. In terms
do they not
of,
fall out? Are they like?
No. And in terms of when you are, walking around the place, when you're running, when you're travelling, they're incredible. And the battery life on the Samsung ones in particular are amazing. I would probably get 3 days, and I wear my headphones a lot without charging.
I lose about 4 or 5 pairs of headphones every year, so I've got to the point where I was buying nice ones. There's the picture, look.
Oh, please. That's
there you
so
go.
unnecessary.
I know. And fair play to them for actually digging them out for you.
Yeah.
But I'm reluctant to invest in headphones.
How do you lose them, and where do you lose them?
I mean, if I could stick a tile on them, I would know where I lose them.
But are we talking as in like the little wired ones that you...
Not a million miles away from these ones.
Okay.
But like, not as nice or as good as these ones. Yeah, wired. I had wireless. They kept breaking. They were like...
But if you get the Galaxy Buds, and I think it's the same with the Apple ones as well, you can call them. So if you do misplace one, you can ring it.
Okay.
But...
That makes sense.
Just don't drop it on top of a shopping centre.
Inbuilt tile technology. Okay, so you're saying there 70 quid?
Yep.
The HP Sprocket 200 mobile photo printer.
Yeah, this is my favourite. There was an older version of this last year and I loved it, and this is the newer version. So I take 1 million photographs every single day and we don't print them enough. This is a photo printer that pairs to any device via Bluetooth, and you can get photographs in seconds. The best thing about this is that you don't need to buy ink for the printer because the ink is actually stored in the paper.
Okay.
So it's zinc, so the image sort of just bleeds onto the page,
right.
Which cuts down costs. So this is €80 at the moment in Curry's PC World. The paper can be quite expensive, so what I do for my one is I just bulk buy it on Amazon and you can get it for cheaper, but it is the absolute dream. It's good for kids, but also for 30-year-old kids like me as well.
And so it's one size, obviously?
Yeah, it's one size. So it is that sort of, it's like bigger than a passport photograph, but they also are stickers as well.
Right.
So in my make and do-ness for my Christmas wrapping, I've been personalising gifts with them.
Right, okay.
It's a very sweet idea. I like it.
Okay, and so that's half price at the moment?
Half price at the moment in Curry's PC World, yes indeed.
So you get them for 80 quid?
Yep.
Okay, the Juku Metro 2 backpack.
This.
Jesus, I sound like Abe Byrne there. What?
And it's a bag.
What?
So this is a backpack, and Juku are a brand that make a whole host of techie accessories. But as you can see there, you can plug a portable charger into it and then charge up your phone. So the idea is that you're not having cables hanging out of your pockets, which is the dream. So I have the older version of this backpack and I go around like Dora the Explorer with it all the time. I absolutely love it. It's got space for your laptop, space for your travel documents, for your cables, anything that you need. It's very organised.
So just explain to me how this works, because I saw you talking about this yesterday. I was like, hang on a second, how does it charge?
Because you have to get the backup charger, and you put that in. So you have the backup charger in one of the little pouches, then you connect that to the adapter on the outside of the bag. It goes through, and then you connect your cable.
So you get a power box?
Power bank, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
All
it's very, 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 very handy. I like it a lot.
Okay, and how much is that?
It's 89 quid.
Okay. Can you buy backpacks for people unless they have to tell you? It's quite personal, because you're going to have it for like 10 years, right?
Yeah, why would you not?
It's a style item, really, isn't it?
Well, no. I look at it as, again, because maybe I'm a weirdo, but it's a tool. Like it's something that you carry.
I would have thought so. Like if I'm buying a backpack for somebody, and if they don't think it's stylish enough, I think that could be a real
point of contention. Maybe.
Like it's definitely an issue when you're out. Like I wouldn't buy a pair of shoes for somebody because I've got no sense of fashion. So would I buy a bag for somebody? I put that into the same bracket as shoes.
This is the next stage of your relationship, Owen. We can cancel you through. It's okay to buy shoes. People like the gift of shoes.
Do they? But like, I mean, people don't like my shoes. Like, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah,
go
but you
out
wouldn't
shoes.
be buying a pair of your shoes for
Exactly.
somebody.
You'd put a bit of effort in.
I wouldn't be able to. But I wouldn't be able to buy a hat. Really, like I'm the terrible.
Well, a hat's
shop.
different.
We can cancel you through this.
Okay, maybe
okay.
a bag is somewhere.
That'll be the next segment on next week's show.
A bag is somewhere in between a hat and shoes, then, and I don't like
backpacks. So I'm getting a backpack for Christmas that I ordered myself. That's my present.
That's really sad.
It is pretty sad, but that's you reach a certain point in life. You're like, look, I need this. Get me this. That's how it works, right? That's exactly how it's supposed to work.
Okay, cool.
A Kindle paperweight. What's the difference?
So this is one of my favourite devices, and I don't go anywhere without it. The idea with this is that it's backlit, so you don't have to have a lamp on, or you don't, if you're flying, you don't have to have the little annoying light over your head. They've brought out a newer version, so this is last year's one. The newer version is now waterproof and it's slightly thinner.
Right.
People give out to me anytime I talk about my Kindle. They just say, "Oh, buy a proper book." But if you're on the go, it's not practical to have millions and millions and millions of books. So between this and then Audible, that's how I've been consuming a lot of my stuff this year. But the thing, if you buy somebody a Kindle, go the extra 20 or 30 quid and get them a cover, because I didn't get a cover and mine is scratched to bits and it's really annoying.
Yeah, I had one of the very original Kindles, which was actually, it looked in design almost the exact same, but it had built-in 3G. It was amazing. Which, like, they didn't charge you for it, so it was basically like a mobile phone. But then it broke, and they wouldn't fix it. They're like, "Oh, we're no longer offering any support for this," because it was like free 3G. I presume there's no
connectivity. It's just Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You can, I think, get ones that you can put a SIM card into.
Right.
I think, but I don't know why you'd want to.
Yeah. This was great because like you could literally get it, any book you wanted wherever you could buy it. I was very impressed. It was quite a long time ago now at this point. But they're great. Anybody's giving out about just buying books. Like the author's still getting the same money, and
But they can coexist alongside proper books as well.
Yeah.
I'm very defensive about it.
No, you're dead right to be. Okay, so what? That's 150 quid.
Yeah.
So just squeaking in at our 150 and under, but obviously very good. Will all these things be cheaper? Like, done the 24th of December?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is depressing enough. A lot of the big tech companies, and it's interesting, a lot of the big tech companies started back to college sales in July.
Right.
And then they ran into Black Friday sales, and now it'll run into Christmas sales. So there's a lot of stuff. If you're buying things like laptops, tablets and so on, you can kind of get a good deal any time of year.
Okay.
But some of the smaller accessories and the bits and pieces will be reduced massively in the coming days and weeks.
Because those reductions seem like they're pretty good. 80 quid off, so half price
Yeah.
for the mobile phone printer and the Bluetooth speaker at the,
Yeah.
at the start. They're not going to come down much more, are they?
No, probably not, but you just never know. They could do, you know, gimmies on some of them and just cut them right down. If they're last year's models, the way these things work, and it's the same with TVs as well, if they have enough of them and there's a new version coming out, they will just slash them right down.
Black Friday apparently is the best time to buy TVs.
We
according
bought
to-
one.
Oh yeah? What did you
Yeah.
get?
We got a Samsung. Do you remember you guys had the curved one in here last year?
Owen had it for the
You
World Cup
had it.
final. Yeah.
So we bought the newer version, not the curved version, but the newer model of the non-curved version. So
They're
it's a
amazing.
Samsung UHD 55-inch, and it's class.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I'm still squinting at my original TV ever since I got rid of that, like over a year ago.
Yeah, because we had that one for review as well, and we were contemplating buying a new one because we bought one I think last year, 18 months ago, and once you go to the UHD and you see the clarity and the colours and having the 4K display on stuff, like it's just unreal.
Yeah, it makes a difference. My kids all learn how to swipe stuff, so they're swiping the TV. The 3-year-old's banging it. I'm like, so we're not getting a new TV until he stops doing that. And as soon as that stops, I think we can invest in a new TV. But okay, so we've done the Huawei Watch.
Yep.
Which leaves us with the Google Home Max. This
Yes.
is the upper end of the home assistants, because
Yeah.
you can get the Amazon Echo for like 29 quid.
Yeah, you can get the Google, it's now called the Google Nest, which is the smaller version. But this is the Google Max, so you have to really love the person that you're buying this for. It's €350. And it's the same in principle as the smaller versions in that it has the voice controlled assistant, it can do all the bits and pieces for you. If you have the add-ons like I have in my home, so we have a Google Chrome in the TV, we have the smart light bulbs, so everything in our apartment now is voice controlled through our Google Home. The difference with the Google Home Max is that it's pure speaker. So if somebody is listening to a lot of music, or if they are listening to audiobooks and so on, or off the ball, you can just interact with it and it will play it out, but the sound is incredible. You would expect that sort of quality from the likes of Bose or Bang & Olufsen, but it's now available from the Google Home Max, but it is expensive. It's €350.
Sonos equivalent?
Sonos is probably better. Sonos is like in a different league, I think, when it comes to the sound. I would put them above the likes of Bose and Bang & Olufsen.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, in terms of their smaller speakers, so I had the Sonos Play 1,
Yeah.
which I loved. But then when we started getting all the smarter speakers, I was like,
You
"Oh,
moved
yeah.
moved away from them.
Yeah, which I regret.
How much has your voice assistant changed your life this year?
Like, remarkably so.
Because, like, obviously the Bluetooth bulbs sound good. I've got a Bluetooth speaker already.
It's so the,
Where is the €350 worth
Get
it?
the 29.
level of
yeah,
comfort?
get the small
29.
one. I have a Google Nest at home. I can give you the smaller one. We can start you small and then we can build
Can I
up.
have the Google Nest?
Yes, you
Got in there
can.
before everybody else at the office stage. Boom.
You just did a Nathan Murphy, that's what we call that. No, but it's class because, you know, it's sort of the first thing that I'd interact with in terms of, you know, what's the weather going to be like, what's on my agenda. I can make the shopping list, I can just talk to it. It's so ingrained in my life that I started having rows with it now. Like,
Okay,
that's
right.
how, yeah.
Like what?
She doesn't listen. Sometimes she interrupts that I'm not talking to her. She'll just start going, I didn't quite catch that. And you're like, no, shut up, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Which is a bit creepy,
Yes.
but it's fine.
Yes.
It's very useful.
There's a lot of creepiness.
But it's very useful. So again,
Alexa comes to life in the middle and you're like, hang on a second now.
no, it's weird. But again, if you have a smartphone, that's already happening to a certain extent.
Oh, it's 100% happening. All the ads, a conversation in the office, and 3 days later you're getting an ad for it. It's like, right.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I'm getting
Weird.
ads for things that I'm thinking rather than just speaking at this moment as well.
Well, the technology companies, because I asked Facebook about this last year, and I said, you know, are you listening to our conversations? And the response that I got was that Facebook knows you so well that its algorithms now predict what it expects you to be talking about,
Right.
which is... Like, I had a meeting a while ago and I was talking about my 9th birthday. That was in Leisureplex, and I went outside and there was an Instagram ad for Leisureplex.
Right.
Like,
Did you
are
go?
they that good?
Yeah. For me, if the Leisureplex ad came up, I would 100% go to Leisureplex. So
No.
it would work.
There was a bit recently where somebody at Amazon was surprised that people were surprised that they weren't listening, or that they were listening, because obviously that's how you improve the quality of the AI. It's like, well, we're just doing this for your benefit.
Yeah.
Of course you are, just for our benefit. All right, but the Google Home Assistant, we
After we
recommend
peed
it.
all over it, yeah, absolutely, get
But
one.
the quality of the sound is...
Anyway.
What do you get for Christmas? What tech gifts does anybody get you? Or do they know not to? Because you've got all the stuff anyway.
Yeah, no, the people don't get me tech, and I also can't get tech for people.
I mean, you can, I think. They
No.
should just be grateful for it.
No.
You think because they think you got it for nothing, it's like...
There's that, and it's also, you've clearly just walked out of doing tech on Pat Kenny, went down and bought what you were talking about rather than putting any personalised thought in. So.
But like, this is the
They're going to be the best gifts.
Exactly. And so you know more about it. I would take it as like a... Oh, right, well, this must be really good.
Yeah, no. It's a pain.
I'm sorry for your trouble.
Thank you.
But thanks very much, Jess. We'll obviously clip that whole bit and put it up so you don't have to remember anything. We're basically like an off-the-ball Google Assistant for your Christmas presents.
Less creepy, maybe.
Yeah, well, Owen sometimes.
Oh,
All this
same
week
level.
on OTB AM with thanks to Best Menswear. We've got some prizes and brilliant gift guides each morning to help you in the build-up to Christmas. Our gift guide will continue tomorrow, but this morning we've got a €120 Hugo Boss wallet up for grabs, which we're going to give away in the next 20 minutes or so. Just tell us your best tech discovery of 2019 with hashtag OTBAM. It could be anything from your new fitness tracker to playing OTB Sports Radio on your smart speaker. Get in touch with the hashtag OTBAM.